Hi Tommy fans, we are in downtown LA today at the Busted Brand studio, and I'm so excited because I'm wearing all Busted Brand today. Look at how good it looks. And we're going to see how all the latex is made, so come through. You all, I just found out this is Mariano's very first interview on video ever, and he usually hates this, so thank you. I want to know when you felt latex for the first time. I know you said you were overwhelmed, but like, what was that feel like? Was it fascination, arousal, intimidation? Like, what did it feel in your body when you encountered the material?
It was pretty overwhelming. There was, I guess, a lot going on in my mind, especially just coming from a background of like garment construction. I was just so interested in all of it. I think it was more so fascination than anything.
It's one thing to just like latex, it's another thing to establish a whole brand. When did you establish this? Why? And how has it evolved over the years?
When I started the brand idea, it was at that costume house, but it was in 2018. I was working for a latex costume designer, and at that time I was kind of just knocking off my own clothes in latex. I felt like at the time there wasn't nearly as many latex designers. There definitely was a lot of just ready to wear missing in latex. So I think my first garment was like a studded moto jacket.
I would also love to know, what's the meaning of the name Busted Brand?
At the time, I was definitely like more punk and partying. It started kind of just as like punk, like busted, broken. It's definitely evolved much into something so much bigger than that, but the roots were pretty punk, DIY.
As it should be. Why don't you show us the space? I love the spider gag, by the way. Like,
yeah, that one's new.
Huh.
So these are some of our newer styles. This is kind of where we keep all of our samples. There's a lot of things kind of still in process here. We got some new hardware too, but I'm very excited. We're also working with a lot of other materials. We have some leather samples. We have some really fun nylon and some wool, some stretch lace, some stretch leather.
Which one is your favorite outside the ones that I'm wearing right now?
I really love this rack over here. I think these like studded track pants, we did a couple different versions, but the nylon ones are kind of my favorite right now. These are the first version that we did a couple years ago. But yeah, over here we have all of our samples.
What was the first piece that really hit it off?
It was actually during COVID. We did these zipper masks that kind of gave us a lot of momentum.
Hot.
Yeah, we were like not equipped at that time to handle kind of the influx of orders, but it really started getting us on the map.
Was that the moment you realized people were paying attention to the brand?
I don't think so. I think more recently, I think there's been a shift in kind of like the work we do. We used to just get asked a lot to make or like knock things off in latex, and now people are kind of asking us to design things for their clients. And I think in the past couple of years is kind of when I feel like people started really listening.
Can you show me some of the specialty latex equipment you have around? I've actually never seen this before, so I'm really curious about it.
I think like the most specific thing that we use that really works well for latex is our laser cutter.
Wow, it's huge.
We laser cut all of our latex. Do you want to see something cut?
Yeah, I would love to. Also, what's the difference between like something laser cut versus hand cut? Is it just more precise, faster?
Faster, all the like appliques and things like that. There's no way we could. I mean, we could do it, but it would take just hours to kind of like hand draw it, hand stencil it. Laser cutting kind of sped up everything that we do and just made it more intricate. We were able to do so much more with it.
Is there like safety around this? I feel like you can slide a body in here and accidentally cut them.
It would be pretty hard to cut yourself.
Yeah, can I press the button? I want to press the button.
Yeah, okay, so these are kind of like all the miscellaneous, like all the like artwork that we've kind of like laser cut. But I don't know, let's see. We could do Fetish.
Yeah, let's do Fetish. This is very exciting for me, actually. I've never worked with anything like this before. How much is it, this machine?
It was expensive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
But it was worth it. I mean, it paid for itself.
Fun. Wow. It goes fast. That's so satisfying.
So yeah, this is kind of how we do. It has kind of like the burnt edges, but
Yeah. Yeah, it smells very burnt rubber right now, which I'm not opposed to. Weird fact is, like, growing up, I really like the smell of, like burnt tires on concrete. It smells like that. Okay, take this away from me before I huff too much of it. Latex can be really hard to work with. What are some techniques that you've invented yourself or discovered to work with it?
last year we actually got asked to do like, I think about over 2,000 pieces for like a larger company. We also figured out a way to alter a sewing machine to bond latex. So that whole process just kind of changed the whole way we manufacture latex now.
Latex can be really expensive to make, and you said you had the scrappy, starch with the punk roots. Tell us about what you would do in the early days to really make it happen versus like now you have all these expensive machines and all the equipment.
I can remember countless times like running out of latex and like mid-project and kind of not knowing what to do. Most of our latex comes from overseas. I guess at this point we've met enough like makers and just different suppliers that we have. Yeah, my first studio was like a plywood wall, shared space. And I just remember countless times just being there all night and trying to make things happen.
When you're experimenting, have you ever made a piece that you thought would look amazing and it turned out really janky?
All the time.
Give us like one example.
I mean, we have bins and bins of just mess up samples. I mean, it still happens today. I mean, there's actually like a jacket that I just made and it looked good on paper, and then when we sewed it, it wasn't giving.
And where do those ideas come from? How do you get inspiration?
I think a lot of my ideas come from when I'm out of my studio. I think when I'm here, I'm pretty focused and just getting things done.
Can you show us that corner of the studio?
Yeah, so over here we have some of our specialty machines. Here we have a lot of miscellaneous leathers. A lot of our latex is here, and then more backstock latex, a lot of scrap. These are backstock zippers, different supplies like that. This is all backstock hardware. It's kind of like the hardware that we use pretty often. And then these are kind of the machines that we use to set all the different hardwares.
What's that little press, panini press thing?
Yeah, so that's sublimation. Well, it's a heat press, but we figured out that latex takes the sublimation. It doesn't hold the greatest, but it's like one way that we were printing on latex.
And what does a day-to-day look like in the studio?
I think it changes like daily.
You're like, this is not a 9 to 5.
It's longer than that. Hours are way longer, but we do so much custom work that every day I kind of get asked to do some last minute projects. So ideally, I mean, I like to come in, make sure, the store orders and the day-to-day stuff is kind of handled, but a lot of my time is spent pattern making and then checking in on the custom development, and then also just making sure all of our customers are happy.
And what is the strangest custom request you've ever gotten?
I think they're all pretty strange.
Uh-huh.
I think what's most strange is the lack of time given for most of my projects. It's usually overnight or just the craziest request.
Really, overnight?
Yeah, I think
that's tough for latex.
It is. I think we kind of became the people that say yes and make it happen. So now we're just kind of known to make things happen with really tight turnarounds.
And to end, you made a piece for Beyonce.
True.
What was that like?
It was very overwhelming. At the time, I didn't ask what it was for, and it was kind of a shock that it was on the cover of her album. They also just asked for so many different variations, so I just thought I was kind of missing the mark, or maybe something wasn't right, but no, I guess they just wanted some different variations.
Well, that piece is iconic, so we're all really happy that you made it for such a, amazing album. I settled on the term Demon Time. We had a few different variations, including Kiss Me, Simp for Me, or no, Kiss It, because it's going to be on my ass. Simp for Me, Lick It, yes, was one of it. But I think Demon Time is kind of like my soul. So we're settling for that. So what are you doing right now?
So this is rubber cement thinner. It cleans off the powder that comes from the manufacturer, and then it also opens the pores of the latex. It helps bond the two panels together. And then this is rubber cement, and we apply some to both sides.
It sticks it together.
The glue bonds the two pieces of latex, and then I'll go over it with this, and the friction kind of seals it, the pressure and the friction.
So for people who don't know, the gluing process is very specific. If you mess it up, you have to restart the whole piece, because the glue will just mess up the latex.
Yeah, and it stretches a lot. I think fighting the stretch on it is what people find really difficult.
So the smell of the glue is actually quite strong, which I'm surprised by. I can smell it from here, from that little dollop. Are we supposed to be wearing masks here?
You could be. I mean, we ventilate, but right now for this short period, it's not running.
Okay, well, hopefully I get a nice little high.
Yeah, it's like this, that we kind of have to wait, or you have to just kind of, it's difficult when it gets like this. Mm-hmm. The thinner the latex, the more difficult it is.
And how thin is this latex on that spectrum?
It's thinner because we want it to be bodycon, so it's like the lingerie weight we use. Generally our garments are made out of 0.5 millimeter latex. This is a 0.4.
Nice and tight when I am on stage. Gluing together the crotch is always the most important part, in my opinion. Gotta make sure it is in place.
Now we have a panty.
Cute. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm so excited for this. Let's put this baby on. Thank you so much, Mariano. I'm so excited to wear this. Thank you for giving us a tour of your studio. And I'm definitely going to be wearing a lot of this. And
this looks great.
All of the girlies, thank you, I know. And all of the girlies watching should too, because it feels really good in this. Alrighty, see you in the next one.